Hello and welcome to Psychic TV International. My name is Annemarie. I'm your host for the next hour. Harry had an important event to attend to, so he can't be with us tonight, but he'll be here next Saturday, Easter Saturday actually. So today is Saturday, the 28th of March, and geez, another week until it's Easter. So welcome everybody. Please like and share our page. We have a special guest on tonight who will be doing an hour of free mini readings. So if you'd like to get a mini reading, please like and share the page. Also, if you would like a more intense reading, you can go to Psychic TV International. The phone numbers are running down the bottom of your screen. And we have logged in at the moment. We have Amazing Grace on 9888, Blessed Beth on 9150. We have Jags from the UK on pin 9160, Natalie Norton-Baker on pin 9810, Psychic Sandy on pin 9108. We have Sandra on pin 9158, Trelina on pin 9159, and Vanessa from France on pin 9900. So give them a call if you'd like to have a more intense reading. But tonight we're actually going to, for the next hour, give you some free readings. So hello to everyone. Hi, Andrew. Nice to see you. Hi, Beth. You're busy. Okay. So like and share our page, and yeah, we'll guaranteed to give you a mini free reading. We'll go down the list, so no need to post your comments more than once. Hi, Graceful. How you going? So, okay, so I'll bring our special guest on who will be giving you your reading. So, Terri, hello.
Hi there, Marie. How are you tonight? It's a bit of a surprise to see your face here.
It is, yes. Harry had an important event to attend to tonight, but he's back next week. So.
More important than me. Unbelievable.
Oh, yes. It must have been very important.
Very important. We'll have to struggle on without him.
Yes, for sure. But I know a lot of people know you by now because you've been on a few times. But for any of the newcomers, would you like to just give us a little brief about your experience and your journey?
Sure. I've been on, I've been on this journey, I guess, professionally for about 15 years or so now. I've always been able to sort of read cards and do things like that. And I've found out only about a couple of years ago that my great granny, it pretty much started with her. So she was a psychic and a medium, and she actually ran a spiritualist church for about 50 years and was a member of the same church around the time of the first great pandemic. So it's about 1915 or so.
Okay, so you got like 3 generations of
Yeah, and I spent a long time in the army. So coming from the army to doing something like this was a great big change, but one that I've loved. I love doing mediumship. I particularly love doing stage work. So, but that doesn't mean I don't use my cards. I use a combination of everything when I'm reading. So come and get a reading. Come and get a longer reading from me sometime.
Yes, if you're logging on after the show, maybe you can.
I'll be on after the show, definitely.
Terrific. So whoever doesn't get a reading tonight can hook up with you after that on the phone lines. Okay, so who we got? We got Jade. Hi, Jade. How you going? Graceful says a reunion with my sister. Oh, lovely. Wow. How long has it been since you've seen your sister? If it's a reunion, it sounds like a long time ago. So, yeah. Okay. We're just waiting for a few more people to come on. It's just starting. Okay. Oh, terrific. So Jade's come up and liked and shared. I suppose we can start with you, Jade. Lucky first. So, okay. All right. So Jade says, hi, Annemarie and Terri. Loved and shared. Thank you so much for doing that. Is there any messages from our son, Levi, who passed last year in May? Thank you. I'm so sorry, Jade, to hear that.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry too, Jade, but please know that Levi is around you. You've actually got a few people around you. And strangely, when I was shuffling the cards, hang on, I've got to do this thing again where I remember where I put the card. The man card popped out. So I think he's actually trying to send a message I've got a really, really strange thing going on my chest. It's a really deep sort of hurt. I don't know if he passed by anything from the chest, but I'm also getting my ears that feel like they're underwater. I don't know if this is him or if this is someone else that passed in your family, but there's a great sense almost that I'm struggling for a breath, almost struggling through water. So I don't know whether it's sort of a pneumonia or anything like that. But I definitely get a sense that he's around you. I also get the fish card that jumps out, and the fish card is lovely because the goldfish are about prosperity. So if nothing else, he's wishing you prosperity and hoping things are the best for you. I am seeing a bunch of roses now, which is my symbol for the love that he's sending you. But I'm also getting from him that he's sending you messages. So pay attention to things around you, like these two cards that fell out when I was moving the cards to read your question. So there are signs that are coming for you. So he's just asking you to keep a lookout.
That's fantastic. Thanks for that, Terri. That was a marvelous reading. Jade, I hope that gives you some comfort. And please, if you'd like to leave your feedback in the comments for Terri, that'll be wonderful. Okay, thanks for that. Who we got next? We got Grace 4. Hi, Grace 4. I have liked and shared. Could there be a reunion with my sister in the future? We are estranged. Oh, okay. I must have picked up a previous one that I thought you already. Okay, so she
did put a little bit up about her sister before, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't explain it properly, but she has now. So, yep. Okay, over to you, Terri.
Look, I tell you what I see here. First, I'm getting a mother figure here telling me yes, yes, yes. Now, I don't know if this is your mother or this is an auntie, but it's someone quite close and level to you, just above, and saying yes. So you're being encouraged to do this. And I'm also being told that someone has to suck it up. And if that's you who has to suck it up, then, yeah, it's time that it was done. Okay, so it's got to come to an end. The first card I have here are the birds. Now, the birds are, where is that spot? There's my sweet spot. The birds are all about communication. So it's really important. And particularly, I know that you may have been feel wronged about this, but you've got to open the lines of communication. This card actually says, the little birds sing a tale of worry and woe, but don't worry, your troubles don't have far to go. Okay? You may feel like she's been a bit of a snake to you, or that, you know, things are difficult, because no one wants to tangle with a snake. But there is an opportunity coming up because you've got the fox here. So there is an opportunity. I don't know if it's a birthday or some event coming up, but you will have the opportunity to make a call or get in touch. So please don't lose hope. And yeah, if you've got to suck it up, then just do it. It's sisters. You don't want to lose touch with your sister.
Okay, great. I hope that helps you there, Graceful. Thanks for that, Terri. Okay, we're getting all these comments coming through and waiting for some feedback for you. Okay, so we have Andrew, our long fan of Psychic TV. Hi, Andrew. He says, liked and shared. I'm told I'm going to Sydney, but unsure when. Is that for moving there, Andrew? I'll leave that to you there, Terri.
Look, I would say whatever you're coming here for is actually going to be prosperous. If it's a work thing, then absolutely do it. You've got the goldfish again, as I mentioned before. They're about prosperity. You've also got the trees. The trees are amazing because it says you're spreading your wings, mate. Okay, you're spreading the roots of the tree. This is a solid thing to do. So, yes, absolutely. You've got the stars here. Now, where's my sweet spot? Come on, there you go. The stars obviously come out at night. So what they're saying is you might not be able to see your direction yet, but this is about divine guidance. So yes, absolutely. If this is what you're wanting to do, then I would say within the next 3 months, there's either a solid move or a solid plan to move, okay, or to come here.
Terrific. Okay. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in and liking and sharing our page. Thanks, Terri. Hopefully, Andrew, you've got some clarification from that. Okay.
Would you tell that Chris Tanner up there, who's a friend of mine, don't just say looking good, put liked and shared. That's what we want you to do. And then
That's
you might
right.
even get a reading if you behave yourself, Mr. Tanner.
Yes, listen to Terri.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for liking and sharing. Hi, Annemarie and Terri. Liked and shared. Any messages for me, please? So, any messages, Terri?
Cheryl, look, I've got an issue going on up here in the head. To me, this feels like about 2 levels above you, either a grandfather or a grandmother. To me, it feels more feminine, but what I've got here is some form of dementia or something going on up here that there isn't any clarity from. But whoever this is, and I've also got an issue with the breast, so I don't know if it's someone who's also had a breast cancer or something towards the left-hand side of their chest. But the message is you've got to be brave. This is a step off. They're saying it's time for you to move. It's time for you to go. Strangely, Annemarie, I always seem to get these messages that have the same sort of patterns. And the pattern, the reading just before was the same thing. It's time for you to make that move. Cheryl, I'm getting told the same thing for you. And just to pull a card for you, it's a love card. And so it's saying to you that, in some cases it's about loving yourself, but the heart brings happiness. And so now it's time for you to find the happiness. So it's really time for you to start doing something.
Okay, thanks for that, Terri. Cheryl, I hope that's given you some clarity and guidance, and thank you for tuning in tonight. We seem to have a theme every week that sort of follows through. So, we'll just see what the next one's like. Okay. We're flying through some of these readings. Okay, so Jocelyn. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you? Thanks for liking and sharing. Hi, ladies. May I kindly ask, what do you see for me the next 3 months, please? Thank you kindly. Over to you, Terri.
Hi, Jocelyn. Listen, I do not want anyone to worry about this, but what I get is a feeling in one of my ovaries here on the left-hand side. I'm just asking you to make sure, all you ladies, please keep this in mind. All make sure that you have your regular checks. I don't know whether this is someone who's passed for you that's passed by some sort of either uterine cancer or ovarian cancer, but there is someone around you, and they're either asking for you to just have it checked, just to make sure you have your checks done, okay? In the 3 months, let's have a look. You've got the Man card. Now, the Man card's interesting. These cards are several hundred years. These are called Lenormand cards. Harry and I talk about these quite often, as do Michael and I. But the Man card, these, as I said, they're quite old. The Man card refers to that one who pushes forward, forges forward and does, those things. But the Man card is saying that's that side in you that is time to step forward. It's time to push forward. So we're getting the same sort of message yet again. You've also got the Cross. The Cross can be about resurrection. So it's time to bury something and start something new, because the Cross is about the suffering man. And it says that the closer the cross, the quicker you'll see an end to your loss. So whatever has been causing you issue is now going away, all righty? And you've got the lovely lilies at the end of that. And the lilies are, if the lilies are at your head, which they are here, it says you walk where virtue treads. So they're saying you push forward and do it by the heart, and you will end up where you need to be, in a great place, okay? So again, though, it's time for you to stop talking and start doing.
Okay, thanks for that, Terri. Jocelyn, that's some great advice.
Aren't they, these cards?
Look, I love them. I love the sayings of them. They're just
absolutely.
Yeah. You got some feedback here from Jade. Said, thank you so much. Yes, he did have a cold and flu and was struggling to breathe. He has had blue roses at his funeral, so I dream of him a lot. Okay.
Look, Jade, just take note of the dreams, because a lot of the time they're not just dreams. I don't get the dreams a lot. My sister was a very big a dreamer. Just pay attention to see if there's a theme happening with your dreams, or take note of what's going on in the dreams, because I think you'll find that there is a message that's coming along with them.
Okay, this is a second comment from Jade. He also had a rare disease, a disability, which meant he got sick. It wasn't good, so you got the breathing spot on. Thank you so much. Okay. Thanks, Jade, for your
no worries. Thanks,
feedback. Jade. Okay. Robert. Hi, Robert. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so Robert says, liked and shared. Could I please get a reading for what I have in store for the remaining year? Thank you. Wow, everybody wants
Remaining year. Well, you're bloody asking a bit there, Mr. Robert. Let's have a look and see what we've got. See what we can conjure up for you. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to say to you that anything is possible with you at the moment. You've got the moon cards come up first, and it says what will happen with the moon. It will happen very soon. You'll climb to soaring heights if you use your heart and your might. So that's another theme that we've got about going forward authentically with your own heart. And I used to say this to people during COVID, or after COVID. What did COVID teach us? Don't do something that you're not loving. Do something that you want to do. Okay, really important for you because you've actually got the key here to do it now, Robert. Over the next 3 months, the key is with you as the trees. So it's saying to you, it's time to spread your roots because this is something that will be healthy for you, something that's good for you. After that, so we're looking about the 5 or 6 month mark here. You've got the card of the clouds. Now, the clouds are not bad. They're not fogging you up or raining on you, or they are raining on you, but it's happy rain. So it's a cleansing card. So if you're in search of love, then it's time to stop doing what you're doing or even straighten up the love life that you've got going on because you do have the key to unlock this situation with you. So it's either the love situation that you've got right now or it's something that you want to do that you've not been doing. So the heart brings happiness. So it's time that you reached for this happiness, mate.
Okay, great reading, Terri. Thanks, Robert. You've got a key, so start opening some doors. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Oh, there you go. All right, thanks, Robert. Okay, so just to let you know who's online at the moment, just to see if we've got the same ones on.
Oh.
Who have we got? We've still got Amazing Grace on pin 9888, Blessed Beth on pin 9150, Jags from the UK on pin 9160. We've got Kat Simic from Melbourne, available on pin 9803. Natalie Norton Baker on pin 9810. Psychic Sandy on pin 9108. Sandra on pin 9158. Trelina on pin 9159. And Vanessa from France on pin 9900. What a great variety online if you want to get in touch with one of those psychics. Okay.
I'm just seeing that comment from Grace there. She said Terri told me to have a checkup recently and an issue has popped up later with her stomach and areas down there. So
okay,
good stuff. Pay attention to it, Grace.
Fantastic. Okay. All right, I'm trying to find out where I am. Your friend Chris Tanner said she liked and shared, but she hasn't asked any questions yet.
Well done, Mr. T.
Yep. All right, so what's this? Andrew said, sounds amazing. Yeah, unsure. Oh, let me put it on. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, unsure with what is going on with fuel. Well, we're all in the same boat at the moment.
Yeah.
Crisis and everything else, but sounds amazing. And what my guides are saying about me. Terrific. Thanks for that. Okay, Kathy says, liked and shared. I don't know what is going on this week, but I feel like the whole world is on my shoulders.
It's because we're in the Ides of March, Kathy, the Ides of March. So this is a fairly dangerous time, particularly historically. But, we're just approaching that time also where we're starting to walk into the colder weather. So there are lots of things that sort of come up. Now, looking at your cards, I don't wonder you're feeling that way because look what you've got here. You've got the rod and the staff. So you're absolutely getting a beating, mate. But the thing about the rod and the staff, even though you're getting a hammering here, it says, if your day is dark and grey, listen to what your wife has to say. So in this sort of case, when they're talking about listen to what the wife has to say, listen when it comes to the man and the woman and in these sorts of cards, as I said, the man is that one that pushes forward and makes the decisions. The woman is associated with really those other softer feelings, and particularly listening to your gut. So whatever your gut is telling you is wrong, or what is happening, then it's time for you to really pay attention to it. Stop ignoring it. Yes, I can see you're in the dark because you've got the stars there, but remember it's coldest and darkest just before the dawn. So you've got the stars. So just keep going, mate. Just the only way through this is just to keep going. You have lovely at the end, the horse and rider. So this is good news coming to you. And it'll be unexpected. But what I love about the horse and rider, it says, there you are, mate. There you are. There's a different pathway. Get on your horse and go. So you don't have much longer for this this period of absolute drama and nonsense to be going on, mate. It's almost done. So just hang in there.
Thanks, Terri. Kathy, I hope that's reassuring for you and giving you some positive thoughts to go on. Okay, we got some feedback here. Okay, so Cheryl says, thank you for your reading and very much appreciated. Thank you. What have we got here? There was another feedback here.
Jade's talking about remembering one of her dreams not long ago where her father stretched and came back alive. And it's quite intense. Now, that means that he is still alive within you. Okay, so he's not leaving you at all. He is still there for you. So know that when he's stretched, he's reaching out to make contact to you. So know that he's there, mate. Don't doubt it. Okay, don't doubt it.
Yeah.
And he's giving me smells at the moment. So if you get a scent, if you have a scent memory of him, just listen out for it, okay? Listen out for it. And when I mean listen out with all your senses, because there's a scent there that he's sharing with me that you need to follow.
Terrific. Thanks for that. Okay, Jade, I hope that brings you some clarity. And yes, and like we know, our loved ones are always around us. We just have to look for the signs, and sometimes we just don't see the signs because we're not looking for them. So
That's right.
So just look for the signs and you'll know. It'll just get your attention. So
sometimes it's really difficult because we want to feel them or see them so much and that we can't. I have a niece who passed, and I'd be desperate to talk to her, but as it happened, I actually put her onto a lady who was a mentor of mine in this sort of field. And so she comes to her now. She comes to my friend because she knows that it's really difficult to me for me to feel those signs. So they are around you, and sometimes I can actually feel them. She has a particular association with cockatoos, and when the cockatoos just appear out of nowhere, then I know that she's around. So yeah, just you get okay. All right, beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for that clarification there, Terri. So if anyone would like a reading, please like and share. And in the same comment, just put like and shared. And your comment, will I sell my house, or will I be moving, or will I meet my, forever partner? So, yeah. Okay. Who we got next? We've got Kayana. I hope I've said that correctly. Wow, that's interesting photo. Okay, loved and shared. Would love to hear from Mum, please. That's if mediumship is being done. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Just popped online. Where's Harry? Well, like I said earlier, Harry had
somewhere else
to attend to, but he'll be back next Saturday. Okay.
Look, Kiana, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm really getting heart clutching here, but it's not, it doesn't feel like a heart attack. I don't know whether it's you. Who's got the really bad shoulder issue? Because I'm getting a really bad issue here in my shoulder at the moment. I do get something that's in my breathing, in my esophagus. To me, it feels like the esophagus. I don't know whether someone's had some sort of cancer or something in the chest like that, but it's really, I really feel like I'm burning. I don't know if this person had a problem with eating or swallowing, but I can feel a real difficulty here. And I also feel really unsteady on my feet. I don't know if this is your mum. I'm getting a couple of people around you. I am seeing the flowers again, and of course that is she's talking to me about cooking. Sorry, she's talking to me about cooking. If she loved being in the kitchen, if this is where the two of you really connected, then please know that when you're in there and you're cooking something, that's where she'll be. All right. So know that she has her arms around you, but also. Sorry, I've also got a couple of other issues from her shoulder and into the top of the ribs. I don't know if this is you, Kiana, or not, but there's some real issues going on there. I don't know whether it's from an impact injury, but I'm certainly feeling an impact injury around you, and it feels like it's on my right-hand side. I don't know. Again, I can't quite get it's. We've only got a couple of seconds to do this. I can't quite get who this is from, whether this is from Mum or whether it's from someone else. You do have a few people around you, but know that they are around you. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Terri. Thanks, Kiana. Thanks for coming on and watching our show and liking and sharing. Okay, we got some feedback here from Kathy. Kathy said, thank you so much, Terri. You have made me feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel.
There is, my darling. Keep going. Keep going. You're almost there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. Carolyn Thomas. Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for coming on tonight. Liked and shared. Greetings, good people. Will I sell up and downsize this year, please? Thanks.
Oh, I'm going to say that's a big yes, mate. Absolutely a big yes. I know that the market's really weird at the moment. It doesn't have to be right this minute, remember? And strangely, things seem to be going towards the sale side rather than the auction side at the moment too, because people are very trepidatious about what's going on with the market and the interest rates. So now is not the time to do it. To me, it's between the 3 and 6 month mark. Okay, you've got the letter here. The letter is amazing because it says the letter is waiting. The letter is waiting to fulfill the fire of your desire. So if this is what you really want, then yes, it is time to do it. You've got the heart there. So again, this is how much do you want to do it? Don't do it because you're feeling forced to or because someone's telling you should be doing this. You've got to actually have the feels. And the last card I get is the castle. And the castle in the Lenormand deck is a little different to that in the tarot deck. In the tarot deck, where it's about those things that weigh heavily above you, and quite frankly, that can refer to your mortgage as well. This tower has the same sort of feel about it. But what I like about this tower, it says the tower's trying to say that you'll live for many days. And if clouds are hovering near, there's reason to fear. There are no cloud cards in here. So there's no reason to fear. And that you will live for many days is saying to you, this is somewhere solid where you can put down your roots and live for a long time. So yes, to me, yes, there is the move. So start thinking about it. Just get it into your head and think really positively about it. And the time, you will know the time when it comes up, but it is not now.
Thanks, Terri. Carolyn, that sounds like, the guidance you needed. So hopefully good luck with your decision of whether you move or not. Okay. Leanne. Hi, Leanne. Liked and shared. Will I meet a new man soon? Thank you for your time.
Does she have an old one that she doesn't want anymore? Oh, I'm sorry, Leanne. Just having light of you. Interestingly, there is a new phase coming up for you, but I don't think it's. Oh, and I hate to say this, I just don't think it's as easy. It's going to be as easy as you think it might. Not that it ever is. I know. I hear you. Yep. You've got the scythe here. The scythe is a cutting tool, so it's saying to you, you've got to make a decision about what you want to do. If you've just been vacillating about this, I should get online, or I should do this, or I should do that, then it's time to stop talking and start doing, again, along those movement themes that we've had this evening. But the scythe also talks about danger coming. Now, this isn't something to be worried about, but what it says is something can't be avoided no matter which way you turn. Okay, so it's saying to you, it's time to do it, because if you don't, you'll still be talking about it. and you won't have addressed that issue. The next card you get is the child card. This does not mean you're going to get pregnant, not necessarily. Sometimes it can, but what it means is there's something small that's going to grow. To me, this feels like someone you meet as a friend, and that things will change over time, but it will take a time, because what you've got here is the mountain. Now, the mountain talks about a steep climb, a hard climb. But if you look at this card properly, and I've just got to find the sweet spot again, there it is, you'll see that there are no impediments on the mountain. There's no huge boulders. There's no huge trees. There's no forest to fight through. It's just a climb. So to me, this is something that will happen over time. And as you climb up, things will change. So yes, absolutely. But you've got to, again, put your heart into it, mate.
Wonderful, wonderful reading. Leanne, yeah, sounds fantastic. All the best in finding your love of your life. Yes. So good luck with that. Okay. Who we got now?
Oh, good.
This is a very small. I've got some feedback, but I'll put that on soon. Liked and shared. Can you feel my mum?
Colleen, hi. How you doing? I've just got to say up front that Colleen is a family friend of mine. Hi, darling. How are you? Okay. Weirdly, I can't feel my mother around at all. My mum and Colleen's mum were best mates and had been best mates for, oh my gosh, well over probably 60 years. Wow. And maybe I think it may even have been longer. Cole, I get the sense, and it's really quite strong. Has she been coming up to you in your dreams as well? Because I'm getting this same thing that I felt before for you. And there is I don't think it's a scent. To me, this is a taste of something. I don't know. I know she wasn't the greatest cook, but there is. Have you been eating something that she loved, or were you eating something and saying, "Oh, Mum would have loved this"? Because I really do feel that she is super close to you, because she's really clutching at my heart here. So please, sorry. Please know that she is safe, and she's just going like this to Uncle Jimmy and saying they're not. Yes, they're mates, but they're not sitting together. All right. So she's having a bit of a laugh about it. I think she's hanging out with my mother, which is always dangerous. The pair of them are always in danger.
As long as they're having fun.
Yeah. Cole, I don't know if she had an aneurysm or something going on up here in the brain, but there is something quite sharp happening here. I can't remember how she passed. I'm really sorry. But I am also getting she's taken her wonderful boobs with her as well. So for whatever she's still proud of those things, and she's just she's proud. She's really proud of you too. Sorry, this is why she's sticking out the chest, not because of her boobs. She's really proud of you and what you're doing. And I'm getting goosebumps all over now, and that's a hug. So please know she's around you, doll, and we can talk at some stage later about other stuff. But yeah, she's around you. Okay.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Colleen. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Hope that's given you some comfort. Okay. Now, Kona's left a really huge feedback here. So Mum did, yes, she had nerve compression. She also had asthma, which was bad in the last few years of life. She also had mobility issues. She loved being in the kitchen. There you go. So a lot of cooking there. I've been cooking some of her favourite foods. Yep. She had an impact.
That's the impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. You did say that, yeah. She passed with sepsis from leg ulcers, which might explain burning.
Absolutely.
Also do deal with shoulder pain, but not the same extent as Mum. She had lost so much weight prior to her passing, assuming she wasn't eating well. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, you spot on there, Terry. That was
This is what they do, though. They know that they're ready to roll, and they're not interested in food. The same thing happened with my mother, and nothing could sate her desire to taste food. Again, she just demanded different stuff every day, and I'd bring stuff, and nothing tasted any good. So this is what happened. So please don't feel that you couldn't do enough, because it wasn't you at all. It's just about what was happening to her, and she decided that she'd had enough, mate.
Yeah, when they get to that age, they all, I mean, my mother before, all they lived on was like cereal, just
Yeah,
something
pretty
light.
much.
Yeah, that's all they could tolerate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Some feedback from Carolyn. Wonderful news. Been waiting for such a long time. Brilliant. I'm so excited. Oh, we're so excited for you too, Carolyn.
Absolutely.
So, okay. And Leanne says, she said, thank you. Yes, you're right. Okay. All right. I think we've got the same psychics online. We'll just see if anyone's on a call. Okay. Nope, same psychics online. Amazing Grace on 9888, Jags on 9160, Kat Simic on 9803, Natalie Baker on 9810, Psychic Sandy on 9108, Sandra on 9158, Trelina on 9159, and Vanessa on 9900. If you'd like to get a call, they're all available to take them for you. Get some guidance. Okay. What have we got here? Carolyn Thomas. Okay. Hi, Carolyn Thomas. Thank you for joining us tonight. Loved and shared. Thank you. For my positive message, had a dream of baby white bird flying up and sitting on my head. Would that be a good sign, please?
Yes, absolutely a good sign. White is obviously a purity thing, and white birds are, they're peace. Like we look at doves. This is a white bird of peace. The baby bird is interesting too, because the baby bird refers to a birth. The start of something new. So it's saying to you there is a new time coming up, a more peaceful time coming up for you. So don't let the bird hop away. Remember that the birds are also associated with communication, and they can be associated with love too. So it could tell you that you're moving into a time of your life where the baby bird is saying to you, think about it. Again, we're looking at those what do you want things tonight as the message, and it's time to start moving towards them. So the bird is saying that, yes, this is a good sign. It's safe for you to move forward now. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, then yes, it's time for you to do it.
Okay, terrific. Okay, thanks, Carolyn. Thanks, Terry, for that. Some more validations. We have Colleen says, thanks, beautiful Terry. They were friends for about 65 years. Yeah. I'm sure they are laughing lots up there.
Undoubtedly.
She did a great cook, so I loved all her food. Mum died of cardiac arrest a couple of days after COVID vaccines. Oh, that's so sad.
It's funny that she brought up the cooking to me, because she used to be a terrible cook.
Oh, really?
And it made me laugh when she brought up the cooking. I just thought, no, she can't be talking about her cooking with pride. But there she is. Colleen says that she can do a great cook.
She obviously liked her cooking.
Well, when she didn't have to follow, chase around after the husband and the kids, I imagine that she probably did find some joy in doing that. So wonderful.
Yeah. And Kina's feedback is, I feel she had given up with life for a few years now. Until I fell pregnant. There was a glimmer in her, but I do feel she had eventually had enough. Yeah.
She waited for what she needed, and that was the pregnancy, mate. So she waited for that. So other than that, no, there wasn't terribly much interest with her. She decided what she wanted to do.
Oh, I just realised, sorry, Carolyn had 2 readings. Oh, sorry, Graceful. Like I said,
how did she squeak in with that?
Oh God, I don't know.
Well, thank goodness Miss Grace is out there to keep us honest, or keep the crowd honest.
Oh yeah, okay. Only 1 reading, everybody. Sorry, Carolyn, you were very, very lucky tonight.
Sorry, I'm just looking at a post from my sister now, Leonie Fairbairn. Hi, everyone. Tuned in. I've been delayed due to a wasp attack upon my person.
Oh, my God. Those wasps are scary, aren't they?
If it's going to happen to anyone, that's all I'm saying, sister.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I'm going to be in trouble of Harry for having 2 readings from the same person. Oh, sorry. Naughty me.
Now, can I just say first to Leonie, though? Leonie is the one I was talking about before that has the really strong dreams. As we were saying, we think that the psychic stuff comes from both sides of our families, because my father was in, or our father rather, was in a ship accident where the ship sank. There were only 4 survivors of 17. He was one of them. Yeah, and it was terrible, shark-infested waters, all that kind of stuff. But when they did the maritime inquiry, they said Fairbairn, which is my surname, Fairbairn had a premonition that the ship was going to go down, and that him and a friend had made themselves really familiar with the blow-up life raft, rather than the lifeboats that were on the ship. So he knew that something was wrong. So my sister doesn't do the mediumship stuff like I do. She doesn't have that, but she has really powerful dreams. And I was with the dreams have come up a few times now. So I just want to say to people out there, really tune in to your dreams. Sometimes I get repetitive dreams, certainly not as strong as Leonie's, but I started to take note of them, and what I sensed, what I got eventually was a theme. So the dreams were coming to me in completely different forms, but the meaning was the same. So it was something for me to sort out, and it kept hammering me with these different dreams until I started to listen. Yep. So pay a bit more attention to what your dreams are telling you, guys.
Exactly.
And Leonie, be on the lookout, because Auntie Helen might pop in.
Yes, our dreams, like they keep coming, and sometimes they are repetitive until we get the message, and then once we get the message, then we stop receiving those repetitive dreams. Leonie says, I can't figure out the like and share. That's okay, Leonie.
Look, the whole technology bit bypassed my sister completely.
You'll have to give us some techish.
We're the opposite halves of a circle. It's like I can, she can't, she can, I can't. So yeah,
you can both teach each other.
Yeah, we try.
Okay. Christine. Hi, Christine. Thank you for tuning in. She's liked and shared. Is my gut feeling correct about the person that keyed my car on a Christmas day a few years ago?
I hate that. That's just rude. It is, and it's sneaky, and it's just nasty. They're too cowardly to front you about something, so they do something like this. I'm just going to do a yes/no card for you. Well, that's interesting. It's actually a no card. So be careful. Be careful about pointing your fingers before you make a decision about having a go at someone. But having said that, this person, because what we've got here is the Knight of Cups, which came out reversed. So this person is unreliable, and they are manipulative. So they're also quite fickle and moody. So whatever's going on with this person, just give them a wide berth at the moment, okay? But I don't think it was them that did the keying.
Okay. All right. I hope that answers your question, Christine. And hopefully at some stage it does get revealed to you. I'm sure that you'll find out eventually who it was, maybe. Okay. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Grace, who loves me.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to know somebody loves me.
And Kylie Ann Fury, if you'd like to like and share our page, and we can give you a reading, because you haven't written down liked and shared. So Kyana, there's feedback from Kyana. She said, thank you, talking dreams. I've only had 1 or 2 dreams of Mum. I would love for her to visit again. Thank you.
Kyana, what I want you to do is just when you're going to bed, just that couple of minutes before you go to sleep, you can really feel yourself winding down. Just around then, just think or say, send me some signs. Okay, you've just got to say it to him. And that time when you're letting go of like the reality of what's going on in the world and slipping into your dream state, that's the time then that you can really communicate with them. So just say that, send me a sign, send me a sign. It might be a dream. It might be something else you're getting. So when I say to people, pay attention, listen to all of your senses. And that could be hearing, It could be something you feel straight away. Don't let your smart brain get involved. And this is what I've learned when doing the stage thing. If I stopped to think about what was coming in my head and straight out of my mouth, then, I would be over in 5 minutes. But listen listen to that thing that pops into your head, because it's giving you a sign. Don't ignore it, okay? Because there's stuff around you.
Yeah, Jade says that's what she does when she talks to Levi, her son, before she goes.
Well done. Levi will be hearing you, Jade, so don't doubt it, mate.
Yeah, Christine said, thank you so much. Hopefully get the answer one day. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Okay, an update on who's online. Oh, we've got a few more online. Wow, it's busy tonight. We've got Amazing Grace on 9888. We have Benjamin on pin 9166. We've got Jags on pin 9160. We've got Natalie on pin 9810. Psychic Sandy on pin 9108. We have Renaretta from the UK on pin 9112. Sandra on pin 9158. Trelina on pin 9159. And Vanessa from France on pin 9900. So if you'd like to go to psychictvinternational.com, and from a mobile, you can actually press the talk button and put in the PIN number of the psychic you want to talk to, or call one of the numbers that are rolling down the bottom of your screen there. Okay. All right. Geez, we're nearly heading the end there.
Definitely. I'd like to keep going forever.
So what advice would you like to give some of the these viewers that want to, like I said, how to listen and look out for the signs from their loved ones?
Look, it's really important to know that, yes, I do this professionally, and as do all of the other people on here, but we're not incredibly special, because everyone has a bit of this. Now, some people obviously have worked towards it more and have, I guess, really felt that this is their time. And this is the thing, sometimes it's just not your time to move forward with it yet. And you'll find out, you will know when the door opens fully for you, you'll be straight through it. But everyone does have a bit of this. So know that, your old gut feeling, trust it. All right. And as I was saying before, when I go on stage, and it's like, it's really confronting. And don't get me wrong, I shit myself every time I go up there, because I think, what happens if no one comes through? And of course they do. So you just have to relax for it. Yep. And the important thing is, just when it comes into your head, as I said, don't engage your smart brain. Just listen to the thing that's popping in and say it straight away. Even it could be something crazy, I've had the strangest things come through, like, someone showing me like cobs of corn, and it was one time it was someone whose father used to cut the corn cob out, cut the little rib of the corn out and put it in his mouth like they were teeth. And so it's like, and it's when you hear those, it's something really specific and quite silly that will be giving you the sign that someone's there around you. It's not really huge things. They're not like coming down from the mountain with the bloody sandstone tablets telling you these are the commandments. They're really subtle messages, and the key to them is repetition. When I first started doing this, in fact, I was talking previously about the lady before who was my mentor. I got people come to your life for a season or a reason. This person had come into my life and said to me when I was going through a really bad time, go and see this psychic. And I did, and it was life-changing for me, because she said to me, I know you're really strong doing this. I want you to come and do some training with me. And from there, it all sort of took off very quickly. So listen to your signs, because I learned, and I kept a little diary of, I'm feeling this, what does this mean? And this, I started to see the patterns. So when I get someone who's passed by either taking their own life or through neglect or negligence of vehicle accidents or drugs or alcohol, I get a patch underneath my ponytail that fires up like it's burning, like it's hot goosebumps. And that's how I know that's who I have with me. With the lady that was my mentor, I said to her, how do you see someone who's passed like this? And she said, I see a photograph and they're looking at me and then they turn their heads to the side. So everybody's language is different with spirit. Yep. So you have to learn your own language. That's why sometimes it's important to take little notes. Yeah, okay, what am I smelling? What am I feeling? And listen to those things that are popping into your head. Really important. And we can all do it. So don't think you can't.
I think the problem is that a lot of people just live in the, like the busy life, going to work, coming home, cooking, keep going, like Groundhog Day. And we don't stop to listen to, the signs that they're trying to give us. We just totally ignore them because we're too busy to look out for them. But once you've let them know and say, just look out for them, then it sort of goes into their subconscious and it now alerts them that if something comes up, it'll, present to them.
Absolutely. And interesting, I'm just looking at Kiana, sorry, doll. There's last comment there. She says she tries to listen in, but she's been struggling to sleep. She's been prescribed meds to help her sleep, although she's hesitant to take them. Look, I'm no doctor, and I'm not going to say take drugs or don't take drugs. However, what I'm going to say is that if you've worked yourself up into such a state that sleep is becoming impossible for you because you've worked yourself up into a state and you go, gosh, I'm not going to be able to sleep because I haven't been able to sleep. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So take tablets for a couple of days. Give your body that time to rest. And I'm not sort of saying to people, no, you should go out and get drugs for this or whatever. But give your body a rest. If you can't do it physically, then do it mechanically. Use something to help you. It doesn't mean you're going to get addicted to them. It just means that you're going to give yourself a little break so you can reset. So just try it. Okay, just try it. Let yourself relax a bit, doll.
And like I said, if they want to get through to you, they will try to get through to you as long as you're aware that they are trying to send you messages. And then, you will just out of the blue, you'll look and you think, oh, my God, there's a feather on the floor.
Remember that there's a whole bunch of clairsensors. Now, you probably heard of clairvoyance and whatever, but there's also clairaudience. There's clairgusto, which is, the stuff you taste. There's a whole lot of clairs. There's 7. Some people say that there's 8, and as you get along, you'll feel, or you may have a specialty in feeling your clairsensors. So just reach out and listen to them. If you keep thinking you're hearing things or the stuff that just pops into your head, trust. But it could be smell. You could be smelling things. Yeah. You could be tasting things. Sometimes when I've had people who've had bad accidents, I taste the blood in my mouth. I had, and this is a sad story, so sorry, but I had someone who was shot, murdered, and I felt the blood in my mouth because of where they were shot. So these things happen. They don't stay with you, so please don't be frightened of them. They just, with me, they just give them to me for a sec because I'm what's called an empath. So I feel a bit of whatever the person passed of. So you may have a specialty in one of those areas. So just listen to your senses. It's really important. What's your sort of thing, Annemarie? Do you have a particular clair that's yours?
My strongest clair is clairvoyance and clairaudience, but I do occasionally smell and taste as well. But my visual and the auditory is, But I think we all do get those senses, but without education, people just sort of let it, they smell something and just write it off, or they taste something and so they don't really put it down to like, I'm tasting and feeling something.
Exactly. But you've heard us now talking about this. Pop online and read about the clairsensors, and it'll give you, like, there is so much information out there, which is the problem with the internet most days, but there's so much information out there that you can find out, oh, mate, hey, shit, I felt that, or I smelt that, or I there's clear cognizance as well, Grace. Yeah, absolutely. But you'll see, you might feel pulled to a particular clear because you don't realize that that's actually what you're feeling. So, or feeling or smelling or dealing with. So pop on and have a look at them. There's heaps of stuff out there, or ask someone. If you want to bring up someone on PTV here, we've all got really amazingly and different skills. So if, you might have no other question than, how do I find my thing? Don't
find a mentor or attend a class, some psychics.
There's a lot of spiritualist churches out there. If you haven't heard of them, spiritualist churches are they're like a church, but not a church. They believe in spirit. They do things like flower reading, and they do all the things that you associate with psychic stuff. But they also will be happy to sing hymns and praise God. Now, I'm not a God believer, but I still do go to some spiritualist churches because they usually have a guest medium or something on there. So a spiritualist church is a great place to go and ask questions.
Yep. Lots of education out there. You just have to go looking for it if you're interested enough. Yeah. Kiana says, what's the meaning behind ravens? Mum always felt it meant end of life. Well, they could mean a lot of things, actually. Depends on
you're associating the raven with Edgar Allan Poe, which is dark and deathly and all that kind of stuff. But ravens are messengers. Okay, so not all ravens are your enemies just because they're black. They're really messengers, and they like the bright shiny things, just like magpies. They like those things, and they may be trying to point something out to you. So pay attention to your ravens, okay? They're beautiful, sleek, black creatures.
Yep. Depends on what you want to believe, Yeah,
exactly. It could
be what the means to you. Yeah.
And it could be the good and the bad side of it. And most things do have a dark and a light. So, the raven can also be sending you a warning, in Poe's raven, it was nevermore, nevermore. So, so there's a whole lot. Read up about your animals and whether they're spirit guides or what's sending those messages, talking about the stuff that you can find online. Brilliant amount of stuff about that, because animal spirit guides and things are really important. Your raven could be a spirit guide.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, we've gone through a lot of readings and some education at the end, so that was good. Yeah. Hi, Veronica Graceful. She said that she saw me at the MBS. That was a couple of years ago. Wow, that was a while ago. Yeah. Okay. Well, Terri, it was lovely having you on. Great guidance as always.
Thank you.
And a lot of people have been saying how much they've appreciated and how much you've helped them. So that's been very positive. Yeah. So you can still leave your validations in the thread, and I'm sure Terri can reply to them.
I absolutely will. If you want to make any comments, please do, and I'll go back and have a quick chat to you about them.
Okay, terrific. Thanks, Terri. I'm sure we'll see you again soon, and probably with our Harry T, which will be on next week, which is Easter weekend. So so it'll be a special one on next Saturday night. So thanks, Terri. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Who's screaming? Is that going on at your house?
Yeah, my son's watching the footy. I'm going to slap him and get off here. I sent him a text message, just tell him to shut up because I'm on live. But he takes
tell him to be quiet.
The emotion of the footy takes over.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. It was lovely to chat with you tonight. Thanks for sharing everything.
See you, Terri. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. Sorry about the background noise with the footy season. So Harry T will be back next Saturday night, which is Easter Saturday. So very special show. I'm not sure who the guest psychic is, but we'll post that during the week. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and being with us for the whole hour and putting up with me. I'm only sort of a backup host, but I was happy to do that for Harry while he had an important event to attend to. So as we said, keep liking and sharing our posts. And we're always here every Saturday now from 5 p.m. Onwards. And we have our other show on Thursday night, which will be at 8 p.m. And that'll be another guest psychic talking about their spiritual journey. So join us next Thursday for 8 o'clock and Saturday at 5 p.m. So thank you all. Thank you all for joining in, and have a great Easter, and might see you all soon. Bye, everyone.